My husband did something tonight that made me feel loved without saying a single word. It was late. Not the dramatic kind of late, just the quiet end of an ordinary day. We were both tired, the kind of tired that doesn't ask for conversation, the kind that settles into your shoulders. We didn't argue, we didn't even talk much. We moved around each other gently, like we both knew the day had already taken enough from us. I went to bed first, not because I wanted to, but because my body asked for rest before my mind did. Lying there in the dark, my thoughts wandered. They always do at night. I thought about the day, the small things we didn't say, the conversations we postponed. I wondered if I'd been distant without realizing it, if he'd noticed, if love slowly fades in moments like these, not through fights, but through exhaustion. I hate how quiet nights make space for doubt, how easily your mind fills the silence with questions. I heard him moving around the house, drawers opening, lights clicking off, then silence again. I wasn't asleep yet, just pretending to be, because sometimes pretending feels easier than explaining what you're feeling. I felt the mattress move, slowly, carefully, like he didn't want to wake me. He didn't speak, didn't check his phone, didn't turn on the lamp. He gently pulled the blanket higher around my shoulders, tucked it in, not rushed, not distracted. Then his hand rested on my back, still, warm, steady. And in that moment, something inside me softened.
That small gesture said more than words ever could have. Not because it was dramatic, not because it was planned, but because it was intentional. In that quiet moment, without explanation or reassurance, I understood something I often forget. It told me, I'm here. I notice you. You don't have to ask for care. And the truth is, I do ask sometimes. Not out loud, but inside. I wait for words, for confirmation, for something clear enough that I can hold on to it and not question it later. But love doesn't always arrive wrapped in sentences. Sometimes it doesn't explain itself at all. Sometimes it whispers instead of speaking. Through presence, through attention, through small acts that don't ask to be noticed or praised. I realized how often I expect reassurance in the form of conversation, how easily I mistake silence for absence. But some people don't express love by talking about it. They express it by showing up, by staying, by noticing when you're tired, by making sure you're warm before they fall asleep themselves. And maybe that's not a lack of love. Maybe that's just a different language. We stayed like that for a while. No talking, no movement, just breathing. His hand didn't move. It didn't tighten or pull away. It just stayed. And there was something grounding about that, something steady. In that stillness, I felt safe, not because everything was perfect, but because nothing needed fixing in that moment. I wasn't searching for meaning anymore. I wasn't replaying the day. I was just there, present. And it reminded me that intimacy doesn't always look like closeness. Sometimes it looks like home. Like knowing you don't have to explain yourself. Like trusting that even in quiet moments, you're not alone.
I didn't say thank you. I didn't turn around. I didn't try to capture the moment or define it. I just let it exist. Because some moments lose their meaning when you name them too quickly. And later, lying there in the dark, I wondered, how many times does love show up quietly, without announcements or reassurance, while we're busy waiting for it to speak? How many times do we miss it because it doesn't arrive the way we expect?